Boom, there we go. So, today, yesterday, the day before yesterday, y'all, we got some crazy stuff happening. So, let me just tell you all what we're doing today. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Cyberpunk collab. I did a reaction. I just want to give some updated thoughts on it. I watched the anime and I'm still thinking about how I want to package that in terms of like video or what have you. That was an experience and a half. So yeah. Now mind you, I did play the game as well. I played the game back when it came out, but I never did the moon ending for the game because the game has like multiple endings. So I was thinking about maybe even replaying it to get to that ending. We're also going to be looking at Genshin. They put out some content, so we're going to do some reactions to the new information for Shinez that they put out. They actually just put out a trailer like 6 hours ago or something like that. So we're gonna check that out, and then we're gonna be hopping on Star Rail. Yeah, man, it's a lot happening. A lot happening today. So I am excited. Hopefully you all are as well. And with that, I also will be eating some food because I am hungry. So one quick second. All right. Now, originally, when I reacted to this, one of the things that I was like really excited about for this collab was the just like the introduction. Um, because if anybody's played the game, this trailer was basically the intro trailer to the game. And I kind of want to look at some of the comments real quick to see what people are saying about it. A lot of people were wondering, like about David, and we'll also probably check out Twitter as well because they did release the names for the characters. I mean, not the names, the elements or attributes rather. They released the attributes for the characters. Man, this is so cool. Like getting a character like this would have been dope. Um, like obviously I like Hiyuki, but like these different versions are really cool. Thank you. But it is what it is. How you doing, BitX? It is what it is. Yeah, so we have both of them are pistol users, which is kind of crazy. Lucilla found dead in a ditch. Oh my gosh, no way. It's you know, this is just it is what it is type of moment. It's very much a I mean, the fact that Rebecca is free, maybe there's a chance that that Lucy ends up, there might be somebody out there who doesn't really care about Lucy and they're like, "Oh, I only care about Rebecca, so now that she's free, I'm just going to save and get Hiyuki." I mean, Lucilla, maybe. Also, one of the things that I kind of noticed about this, like they're doing like a countdown, right? Um, so on Twitter, they've been counting down like every character. See Choyuan, Chisa, then the next character will probably be Lene, then Mornier, so forth and so on, right? What I'm very much curious about is if once they do this whole thing with all the characters, what will they announce then? Like once all the characters are announced, will something else happen? It's kind of crazy. These next couple patches are going to be pretty wild, right? They're going to be very wild actually. And the thing that I kind of noticed is how do I put this? What we haven't even gotten information about like the new lineup. Like people are like, "Oh my gosh, my savings like they're about to get deleted." And it's like, "Yeah, technically." That is true, but is anybody, thinking about the fact that they haven't even announced the second roster? Like with Septimont, right? Like we got that trailer that kind of like announced what we would be in for. Because we saw, Lupa, we saw which we call it, Augusta, it was this trailer, actually. Let's see. Open a new tab. But to say, I wonder how far down I have to go. Not too far, not too far. Okay, so they released. It was for Septimont, and it wasn't even this one actually. I think it was yeah, it was this one. Weather and Wave Special Record, City of Glory, right? And so in this one, we got to see like a bunch of little icons that represented the characters. So we're seeing, this is Augusta, Frolova. This is Lupa, right? And then Carathea, because if you all remember, Carathea actually didn't become playable until the second part. So yeah, we still have one of those on the horizon. Okay, yeah, this is a cinematic. I don't even know how that got opened. But yeah, so long story short, funds are in trouble. That's the long and short of it. And yeah, what's up, Kush? Sorry for not saying hello the first time. We're kind of in trouble, everybody. I hope you were you're steeled and your expectations are no worries. Oh, okay, yeah, appreciate you. They say hopefully your expectations have been set because we don't even know who the second cast of characters are. Let's see. There we go. Boom. All right. Did you see Alpha Drip Market? Alpha. Oh, is that for a PGR or something? Alpha's get a new form. All right. So, like I said, I wanted to let me move this over a bit. All right. I wanted to take one more look at this and just kind of see what we can see what I'm noticing. I think after watching the anime, not a PGR stream. All right. So yeah, make sure we got this right. So yeah, so they're showing. So I'm wondering. Okay, we have the Bearder Woods. Okay, that is the Bearder Woods. Yes, Bearder Woods. Now this is the crazy thing, right? So just some details that have been. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, so this is Scar, right? This is Scar. This picture right here almost looks. I could be coping right now, but it almost looks like Geshu Lin. It almost looks like Geshu Lin. Um, wait. Did she? Okay, yeah, it looks like she yeah, she basically like hacked his tablet right here. Yeah, this is such a crazy thing. Such a crazy trailer. And it looks like she so this is the part that I think is very interesting right here, actually. This part right now. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw this, I thought like Sigrika was like tiny or something, but it looks like Sigrika is teaching them about the Royan runes. And so one of the things I'm very curious about is as she's analyzing these runes, if they're gonna essentially just like go more in depth on what they are, because like I said, these characters are kind of like I feel like they're gonna end up being something like a proxy for like the player because like they're gonna ask questions and because they ask questions we'll end up learning something. Wait, what? Is that like a clock, right? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, cyberpunk music is really good. Now the question is this scene right here, it looks kind of like Jinjo, but then I look at like this infrastructure on the side and like this part right here, kind of not like Jinjo at the same time. But these are some of the enemies that we originally saw in Jinjo. And so this is the interesting bit too, right? Um there's some implications, right, for what this could potentially mean. This could potentially basically how do I put it? If we're getting like cyberpunk, right? If we're getting a city, how exactly are they bringing the city into the game? Like that would be like the logical question. My thought on that is it's probably going to be a Sonora. But the question is, how did these characters get here to begin with? And the answer to that question might actually end up changing things for the future of the game because it's like, okay, we have this how do I put it? We have this like I said this scenario where these characters are coming from somewhere else. So does that mean they're from like an alternate dimension? Or does that mean that they're coming from a different planet altogether? And depending on which answer is the actual answer, that could open up possibilities for the game of Weather and Waves in the future. Where if they came from a different planet, then that means somehow we figured out something that allows us to now travel to other planets. Because otherwise how did they get here? If it's like I said, another dimension or something, well then that means we could basically take the way that they got here and reverse engineer that so that we could, go to other dimensions, parallel universes, things of that nature. How you doing, Bella? So that's kind of what I'm curious about with um this collab and how it will probably operate. The answer is it's all a dream. That would be interesting. Um if it was all a dream, I think even if that is it's the Somme Noir. Yeah, I mean that's possible. It could be the Somme Noir. And remember, Sonoros and Somme Noirs are not the same thing. Yeah, Elusive Realm is coming soon. That is true. But Sonoros and Somme Noir are not necessarily the same thing. So it could a dream might that could be it. Um so I guess the other part of it is that we did at the very least we would get possibly like some a more concrete addressing of the moon within the game of Wuthering Waves. Because so far it's only really been in like NPC dialogue. So and then that's kind of what takes us here. This has been your man, Stan. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Mm, All right. Let's see. So yeah, those are just it was a while us. I'm doing good. Those would be my overall thoughts right now, at least where we are, just like with the game and the future implications and things of that nature. So, um let me see. Yeah. This would be because if this was all a dream, quote unquote, that's why I'm just not sure. Like, technically, dreams could work because there's a thing called a brain dance in Cyberpunk, but I just don't know. Like, regardless of whether it's a dream or not, the reality still remains. They're in this world, right? Unless somehow in the Somme Noir the entirety of Lahiroi pops into the Somme Noir, which I don't think is the case. So you'd still have to contend with the question: how did they get here? No matter, even if the thing, I wonder how they're gonna justify Rebecca being there. So Wildness, you gotta be careful with that because if you had said that like a couple days ago, I would have asked you, "What are you talking about?" Because I just watched the anime. So just be careful with that because not everybody's watched the anime. Um, all I can say though is I know some people were saying, you see, she doesn't have the gauntlets on her hands right here, but then in a later portion, um, yeah, she also doesn't have the gauntlets here, but she doesn't have the gauntlets here either. However, right here, she does have the gauntlets. So there seems to be like some type of time skip type deal. Yeah, no worries. Oh wow, so they had a whole okay, yeah, so we do have a lot to look at for Genshin as well. But yeah, I know what you mean though. I do know what you mean. Hmm, you know what? At this point, spoiler warning, I guess at the end of the day, it is what it is. Fortunately, I did see it. So it's not a spoiler for me, but that was a very sad part of the show for me. Mm-hmm. Spectro and Electro. That was genuinely a sad part of the show for me because I was just like, no. Because the thing about it is, I knew about David. I knew about David because like social media was like going absolutely insane about this character. It was so sudden. Spoilers? Question mark. Yeah, so this is spoilers. This is spoilers for the Cyberpunk anime. Um, so just letting you all know. I'm gonna be honest though, these spoilers, I don't even know how to describe it. Spoilers in that way. Yeah, yeah, I'm saying like just spoilers about the Cyberpunk anime because, like I said, I watched it. It is a very adult anime, very mature, and I honestly, it's the type of anime that like if you have, depending on your constitution, I don't even know if you should watch it. Like it's the type of anime that could get you like very in your own head. Um, but I think this anime seems, if I were to think about the time frame, this anime is probably taking place. You gave up on watching it. Mm. Yeah, like I don't necessarily blame anybody. It's a dark show. Like after the first episode, I was like, oh, they're laying it on heavy. And to be fair, like I said, I played the game. I played Cyberpunk the game. And the game touches on very like dystopian stuff. Agreed, many mature themes, especially about society where a criminal plays humanity. It's like the over the top violence. I don't find it enjoyable. Yeah, I was able to look past that, and I agree with you. I don't necessarily find it enjoyable either. But I think for me, the biggest thing for me that I was just like is like there was a lot of explicit stuff in it. Um yeah, there was a lot of explicit stuff in it, and I would that's not like the type of stuff I go out of my way to consume in truth. I think my personal opinion, I don't think that show should be consumed. I'd say shoot. I feel like I'd probably say you might want to be like 21, 25, or like just my personal opinion because like I said, I do think unfortunately in the world that we live in nowadays, a lot of younger people are like desensitized to a lot of mature themes very early in their life, and I still don't think that's a good thing because your brain is still developing. But it's just like the world of cyberpunk is very much is dystopian. That's the point, and it's trying to get you to think about these ideas. I mean, in some ways, I think by seeing how bad that world is, it almost makes you, sometimes seeing, the show Scared Straight. Has anybody seen that show? I think it's called Scared Straight. It's basically a show where you take these. It was mainly boys. I think I don't think I've ever seen ones with girls, but they would bring them to jail. Young boys who were like acting, problematic in high school and stuff, and they would take them to a room where prisoners like who had been serving time for a while will come in, and basically the idea is you're setting the kid straight, right? You're scaring them so that they don't end up in the same spot. Essentially, like show them what awaits them if they keep acting up and stuff like that, right? And so there's like these big, rough and tough prisoners, and they're basically, I think it's like considered community service. Maybe they get some time taken off when they do the show, and I feel like that show and things like that. It does not necessarily have to be that show. It could be like a lot of other forms of media, but when you see how bad things are in that world, it kind of makes you think to yourself, like, I'm not that bad, but like, man, I don't want to get to that point where I'm so, over the edge on these different things. Because like I said, the idea behind Night City and all that is just like it's a very much anything goes type of place. Like, and the dangers of how society can be when it's that way. It's the type of media that definitely makes you reflect, I would say. So, um, but yeah, I think this is probably, um, and yeah, the Air Monto. How you doing, Monto? Hopefully I said that name right. Or Man Two, the Airman Two. Got it. I'll call you Airman. But I think this is taking place like in the early parts of the show. It seems like because there's like different parts of the show, and so I think this is taking place. This collaboration. It's kind of weird how it seems to be operating. Um, it's definitely probably going to be its own little story, but it seems like this might take place at two different parts of the show. That's all I can really say right now. But obviously, they'll have their own thing. The value of life was minimal as well. People would die, and no one would even blink. Oh yeah, exactly. That's why I say you just get desensitized. It's a world. Yeah, you're very desensitized. And like I said, I played the game, and they definitely portray that. But like anime has a way of doing things. So yeah. Overall, though, I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with Wuthering Waves. I'm curious to see. Um, I mean, one of the things I'm excited about in particular is this right here, like getting a world, a cyberpunk world, is gonna be dope. Like, I really hope. I don't know how big it's gonna be though, because the thing is, if we can, are we gonna be able to use our bikes, or is it gonna be like Konami, where you can only walk around in certain areas? I'm not necessarily expecting like a full blown map, but honestly, I would be cool. It killed your hype for the collab, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm still hype. I think let's be real here. Let me explain a perspective, okay? Just hear me out. I believe I do know why we're not getting David, and let me explain. Um, David would be cool, mind you. Like I would be because he's a male. I think it's 50-50. I think it's 50% because he's a male, but the other percent I think is something to consider. Okay, so from what I saw on social media, you can maybe say this is anecdotal, but just hear me out. Apparently, and I'm going to use this as an example. Japan does not, same with like China and stuff like that too. Like Marvel is a huge American franchise. It's a huge, I'd say, global Western franchise, right? Not even just American, just Western franchise. Marvel. Um, it's not. I don't. I actually don't think it's because males don't sell or something like that. Just Marvel is a huge Western franchise. Okay. Um. However, a lot of people in the East don't really see Marvel as big, right? They just don't. Like it's looked at as like an American franchise essentially, but it's not like something that's going to sell out theaters. Like for example, in America, if an anime movie shows, they're going to have a special timing for that to show. It's not going to show like all the other types of movies that show up, like a Disney movie, for example. Like if an anime movie, like if Your Name comes to theaters or the My Hero movie comes to theaters or something like that, those movies are not going to get the same type of screen time as a Disney movie. They're just not. That's kind of how it is in the East when it comes to like Marvel. Not 100% the same, because obviously they do have a lot more money than anime studios. But I'm just saying superheroes are like a Western thing, and Japan and the East they have their own stuff. What do I mean by that? Cyberpunk is a Western franchise, and so when they did make the anime, it wasn't something that like blew up per se in the East. It was probably just looked at as like, oh, okay, it's another anime, and apparently this is like by some Western creators or something like that, right? Obviously, people do know what it is, but just not to the same extent. Now you have to consider the gotcha community. The gotcha community, from what I was informed of, or at least on Twitter, a lot of comments when the Cyberpunk collab came out, a lot of the comments were basically saying, what is this? They never played the game, they never watched the anime. They were just like, oh, okay. You see what I'm saying? Because Cyberpunk is like The Witcher. Witcher is a Western developer, right? Out of Europe, and so it's mainly a Western thing, not as much as a like. Not saying it's not popular, but it's more popular in the West than it is in the East. Is my point. And so CD Project Red, all that stuff. So now that we understand this idea that like Japan and China to another extent as well probably aren't as familiar with the Cyberpunk franchise, like broadly speaking, to where it's just like if you mention it, oh yeah, I know about that show or that game or that book series, the tabletop game series, what have you. Now you're trying to sell them a franchise that they're not even familiar with, right? And in part, you could argue that that's part of the goal, right? They collab with other Wuthering Waves because Wuthering Waves has a solid market in the East, right? And so the collaboration here is we can attract a Western audience that does like cyberpunk, but maybe doesn't even know that much about Wuthering Waves. Because I'll be honest, in the West, Wuthering Waves is not that popular. It's really not. Like, if I go out in public and talk about Wuthering Waves, majority of people have no idea what I'm talking about. If I mention Dragon Ball Z, they do. If I mention Genshin, they do, because that game was one of the few gachas that really like blew up in the West to where it actually has like pseudo name recognition now. Like random people will know what Genshin is, not so much with Wuthering Waves because it just hasn't hit the West in the same way. And so the reality is that is the exchange here. That is the exchange of value. Wuthering Waves, by collabing with Cyberpunk, can potentially get more Western players to actually get engaged with their property. And then Cyberpunk will be able to get more Eastern players engaged, players and consumers, because, you know, it's an anime as well. And, you know, tabletop, all that stuff to engage. So it's kind of like an East and West thing. So we get back to David, right? David is a part of a franchise that a lot of people in the East don't really know about. And Wuthering Waves being an Eastern game primarily, that's who they're trying to sell to. You see what I'm saying? So if that's who they're trying to sell to, let's be honest with ourselves. If you just saw like a thing and you had no idea who this dude was, you didn't watch me, I hadn't even watched the anime yet, right? Before I had watched the anime, I liked Rebecca's design. I thought she was kind of cool because I like small characters with giant weapons. It's just like a fun thing. Whenever I play fighting games, I could name like a couple characters that are just like kind of like that, where they're like these, like they're small, but they have a giant weapon where it's like a giant hammer or giant fists or what have you. So I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Just having no idea. Lucy, I thought Lucy looked cool, but it was like, oh yeah, if she has a cool kid or something, I'm not necessarily sold on the idea of Lucy. And Lucy being this character right here, right? Like I was like, she looks cool, but I don't really know enough about her to be like sold on her idea alone. Whereas with Rebecca, like I thought her idea was pretty interesting, you know, just for face value, right? But now that I watched the anime, that was an experience. Um, I'm still thinking about it right now and my overall thoughts on that. Probably gonna put that in a video, but I like Lucy a lot more now. Not that I didn't like her before, but I like her a lot more now. So the point that I'm getting at is, though, to the uninitiated, if you are putting Rebecca, Lucy, and David, and you have to decide, okay, who do we actually sell? Is it right? Like, who do we put on the banner to get people to pull for and potentially pay to get extra copies for? The answer is kind of clear at that point. Even though David is quite literally the main character, the ones who would sell the best to people who have no idea what they're consuming, to gacha players, is going to be Rebecca and Lucy, without a question. Like that, they're just going to be the ones that sell better. So that's kind of my theory as to why David doesn't seem to be a playable character, just because the audience doesn't know this franchise well enough to be connected to a character beyond just the superficial visuals of the character. But once again, that's probably in part why they're doing the collab to begin with, so that they can introduce more Eastern players to the Cyberpunk franchise. And then vice versa, more Western players who are engaged with Cyberpunk will be introduced to Wuthering Waves. So that's my take. That's my take. What do you all think? Am I tripping? Other games like Fortnite and Guilty Gear never had David, more so the company not wanting to. No, you know, and that's the thing too. Guilty Gear also did not have David. Like I said, once, to be fair, they only had one character. But yeah, it's just like when you are trying to sell a character, when you're trying to introduce people to your franchise, social media will tell you this. If you go on social media, you're going to see, like, I've seen so many, like, when you see these grown men, right? When you see grown men rocking girl PNG avatars and stuff, you hear a grown man's voice, but you see a PNG VTuber model of a girl. Why did they do that? Because they know that that's gonna like sell an image and it's gonna like, tickle people's brains. Like when you see something where like a commercial, right? Like a commercial for Bud Light, like an alcohol brands or whatever, like they'll put women on the thing because it sells. Men want to see the women, and then women, I guess maybe they'll feel comfortable seeing another woman, what have you. It's like, oh yeah, sisterhood. And then for the guys, it's like, oh, women. So it's just, that's just kind of how it works. And now, mind you, if it was like when you're selling to somebody who already is engaged with your product, then you can have a little bit more liberty, right? But other than that, yeah. Have you seen that all creators from CD Projekt Red are tweeting about the collab? Yes, I have. And I saw one particular one, and it was crazy. I retweeted it, but then I decided to take it down. But there was this one person who tweeted about it. It was like their community manager. Let me see, CD Projekt, and I almost retweeted it. Community manager, I think. Community manager, because it was hilarious to me what she typed. But I don't think I can find it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find the tweet. She basically said, "Good morning, Nye, NIG." It was like, "Good morning, Nig," because she didn't put an H at the end. So it was "Good morning, Nig," instead of an H to be like night. She's like, "Good morning, Nig, NIG. I mean Solaris." Instead of saying "Good morning, Night City," it was "Good morning, Solaris." But she's like, "Good morning," and I was like, "You saw that and you retweeted it? Okay." I was gonna retweet it and just say "Good morning, NIG ... Let me find it, BitX, because I was like, "Yo, you did not think this one through at all." Like that was diabolical. Let me see. I've never seen Japanese. Like perfect. I've never seen Cyberpunk before, but this girl Lucy is super appealing. Where can I watch the anime? Just on Netflix. It seems like it's going to be a crazy interesting. You see, 131.8K. Like a lot of Japanese people have not seen this thing. That's quite literally the idea behind it. Yep, this is it right here. Right. Good morning, Nick. Now, just for clarity, I don't even say the N word. I'm not a fan of the word. I don't use it ever. Never have in my entire life have I used that word. But I was just like, yo, that's crazy. Yeah, it's a very smart collab from a marketing perspective. That is fine. I'm just not going to spend any pulls or money on this collab. No, yeah, and I totally get that. I totally get that. Totally fair. I mean, hey, you'll get a free Rebecca. So, W, right? Hey, what's up, Paul? First time seeing Shorts chat so empty. Yeah, it happens. I think it's because I started stream pretty late. Have you seen that all creators? Okay, yeah. Other games like Fortnite. Yeah, Guilty Gear. Wait, Fortnite had a Cyberpunk collab? But yeah, this was crazy. This was absolutely crazy. Seeing that. But yeah, I was trying to tell people, I was like, hey, look, for all the new people joining Wuthering Waves, I have a whole playlist for Wuthering Waves lore, if you care about that. So, and BitX didn't even retweet it. What gives, BitX? You didn't even retweet it. I'm out here trying to spread the word to the masses. Hey, what's up, Chaotic Enjoyer? I'm doing, hopefully you're doing well. Also, by the way, Molly, I saw, I'm saying this super late. I should have said it at the beginning of stream. I saw that Molly subbed, refreshed her subs for the channel. on Twitch. So thank you so much, Molly, X3. Hey, what's up, anime? Oh, what happened? BitX didn't retweet my tweet because he wants me to remain a small content creator forever. He said no, because when you get big time, you forget your who you were. You get lost in the sauce and you forget where you came from. So he's gonna constantly stifle me, um, and make sure I get Donawalled at every possible step, so that I do not so I don't make it to the big leagues, as they say in Cyberpunk. So yeah, pretty sad. um Now we were just talking about you will remain my new small indie Lord CC. No, please no. No, we were just talking about the Weather and Waves collab, and then this one person, I think she's Polish, and she made a tweet, and I was like, what the heck? We were also talking about my theory as to why there's no David. Um, but yeah, this was her tweet. I'll make it big so people can see it. So what do you think about when you see this right here? Keep the hidden gem hidden, please don't. I don't want to be hidden. I promise I don't. Consider my feelings, you know? I appreciate it, Frosty. The voice actor English for David and Lucy also tweet about the collab. Yeah, and apparently the original voice actors are going to be in it, which is pretty cool. When I watched the anime, I was watching it in English for like the first two episodes, and I switched to Japanese. Not because the English was bad; it definitely wasn't. It's because I did not know whether or not I would be hearing a community moderator. I didn't know whether I would be right. Like this was the original, but I'm like, lady, come on now. Interesting choice of interruption moment. Mid sentence, as I wrote nigh, you could already write night. Night City. I'm just like, yo, good morning, Nick. Good morning, Night. Yo, I'm just poking fun at her. Like, I don't, she's probably a very sweet lady. Hopefully, she's a very sweet lady. I want to say probably, I want to assume, but hopefully, she's a very sweet lady, right? Um, but yeah, I thought that was very funny. I thought that was hilarious. When I watch Cyberpunk, honestly, if you're not over the age of, I don't even know if I want to like, I don't know if I want to be the person to say go watch Cyberpunk, because I think it's a very, it's so weird. I would say play the game. I'd actually unironically say the game, because the anime, if you don't have a strong mental constitution, I would not advise it. I think like people could get really depressed watching that anime. Like seriously, I think there's a thing called guarding your heart and being careful about the things that you consume, because not everybody can handle that sort of stuff. So I would put like a very big warning label. An innocent mistake? Yeah, I believe it's an innocent mistake, but I just thought it was funny. I was gonna retweet it, but I decided not to. Look what they took from us, y'all. Look what they took from us. Look with your special eyes what they took from us. I appreciate you, Bruce. The world building in Edge Runners is kind of amazing. People in the future need a chip to get extra abilities. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of that stuff was essentially like taking one for one out of the game, honestly. Like Edge Runners is basically a story happening in the game. Exactly. I know the whole plot of this anime, but I never watched it. Don't like sad things. Yeah. I didn't watch the anime Salio once for busy week is done. Yeah, just be careful. There's a lot of explicit stuff in it too. To be honest, it's a bit more than I personally wanted to experience. Um, it's very explicit, and I don't like to consume things that are that explicit. But also look at this. Look what they took from us, y'all. Look what they took from us, man. Like I'm showing my bias, obviously, because some of them I like even more. I like all of them. I like all of them. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, like the one with the gun too, right? Looking like Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen. But man, the new Yang Yang Lord theories. I talked about it in my most recent video with Amanda. I go into detail about it there actually. Um, in short, I'm not on board, but I need more. I'm not against, like, I'm not saying it's impossible. I just need more information. Yeah, Enjoyer. I heard that too. Have you seen the Crownless Amy description on the databank? I mean, in the like, I know it's like the harbinger of Overthrax or whatever. WUWA is 16 plus. Yeah, I feel like that anime should be like 25 plus. I genuinely feel like the anime should be 25 plus. And my reason for that is because, like I said, um, your brain is still developing, even at 18, 19, 20, so forth, so on. And I just, why is Black American trending? I don't, I don't care. Um, Obviously that's a hot take, but I'm just like, I think it's either 23 or 25. But like, I feel like your brain needs to be fully developed before consuming certain things. Cause like not every like I think sometimes people think a little too highly of themselves and they should. And they think, oh yeah, it's not gonna affect me. And then it's just like you find out like 10 years down the road, oh man, I might have been affected by that. Um it says more should be in the lore channel. There's more. There's also the crown description. It says it's also sent by the enemy in disguise. Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, Yang Yang's gonna be relevant because she's quite literally the poster child of the whole poster girl of the whole game. So like, eventually she will be relevant. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a cool theory. Did I finish the anime? Yes, I did. You sent it in, today in the lore chat. Oh, okay, okay, got you. So I probably need to see the new stuff then. But look, with that being said, we're gonna switch gears to the Genshin stuff. Switching gears to the Genshin stuff because quite a few things came out. Videos. I know it says to Snudge Naya in the future. I'm not really sure behind the scenes. Genshin back to. Oh, okay, a celebration. Oh yeah, there's like a event. I haven't even done this event yet. I have not even done this event yet, but I think I have a little bit of time. We all abandoned Chisa for Yang Yang theory crafting. It feels that way. It definitely feels that way. I'm still over here trying to do some stuff for Chisa, but it's gonna have to be gonna have to wait. BitX, can you change the thing that we're in to Genshin? Yeah, the music is gonna be good. Me personally, I want the that guitar song. I'm about to say I don't know if BitX is here right now. While it does, I might need to make you a mod on Twitch. Um, I said, can I just mod somebody? Like, um, ban mod. All right, while it is, you're modded on Twitch. Do me a solid, and if you could change the WUWA section to Genshin, so that I don't have WUWA people yelling at me. If only Genshin had a skip button, I would gladly come back and delete it for doing R&R quest. Yeah, not feel you. Not cry is better. Not cry is actually better. I mean, you can just go straight to not cry. You don't even have to continue playing the other things. You can go straight to not cry. Star Rail added a skip button, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, let's see. I kind of want to see what this video is about, not gonna lie. Behind the scenes of Genshin Impact SNES 9 in the future. I do want to see what this is about. So we're gonna check this out, then we will check out just like the new information for never used this before. Let me see how this works. Oh, okay, got you. Am I gonna try Limbus Company someday? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I don't know, like I like thought provoking stories, but I don't necessarily like super dark stories, if that makes sense. It really depends. And when I say maybe one day, I'm not literally just like throwing that out. There's a couple things that I have to do before I can just try any game that I want. That's kind of the logic behind it. I've talked about this before. Um, yeah, there's a couple things I have to do before I just like jump into quite literally any game. I'll be spending that. I really want to stay at your house on repeat and riding in the sunset. Yeah, I want the song where it's like I want that one. Like, give me that one and I'm good. I want to play it on stream because like it'll get demonetized, but that is the one that I really want to hear. But yeah. So while it is, I did change it myself, but when we go to Star Rail, hopefully you figure it out, and then you can switch from Genshin to Star Rail. But yeah, let's see what SNES Die is all about, y'all. This is the final, the supposedly final continent or whatever, um, or region before like Conria or Celestia. Oh, this music is. Oh wait, this why am I getting like Beauty and the Beast or like Anastasia vibes? By the way, I love snow places like always in games. Snow is like snow and desert. Actually, I'm kind of like on both sides of that thing. Funny enough, but yeah. All right. While it is, I might have a job for you. Actually, might have a job for you. It'll be a very simple job too. Actually, let me know if you're down for it. Hmm. Would you be down to chop up these conversations and upload them to my clips to like a clips channel? You don't even have to like edit it super serious or anything like that. Um, Genuinely, because I it's really just for like if anybody wants to hear like the conversations that we're having. Got you, anime man, and that's exactly why. Because it's 2 a.m. for anime man and anime R man, and like sometimes people are curious. I can record Twitch VOD and upload it. Well, actually, I'll we'll talk about that. I can make it to where you can like access Twitch a little bit easier. I think to where you can just get it. You don't even have to record it. You can just go. I'm pretty sure there's a way I can get you access so you can just go straight into Twitch and do it. Um, yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. Because I do want to get that other channel kind of up and running. But yeah, we will talk. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Stop talking, sir. Where are the subtitles? We were concerned the travelers might not know much about Not Cry this time last year. What do you mean? We never even heard of Not Cry before we saw Not Cry. So of course we didn't know about it, my good sir. No volume on the video. I think there's subtitles. How Mr. Pokey does, if you know him. Yeah, probably like literally just uploading the thing. I have a template for like thumbnails. I can send you that. Like I said, I got you. I got you. I got you on that. But it will be like literally something you should be able to do in like the actual work might take you 5 minutes to do. It max. Outside of like potentially just waiting for something to upload or download, but super simple stuff. But we'll talk. I am trying to get, let me know. Oh, there you go, you can hear it. I have S3 Shinha, and my goal was to get S6 Shinha. She was gonna be the only like C6 character in Genshin that I own. Outside of Dea, but Dea, you know, she's a little bit different. Limited character. And my goal was to get C6 Shinha for the Cryo Arc. I appreciate that, Erkling. I genuinely do. Thank you so much. You guys have
所
been
以同
awesome.
事们找我来录这个节目的时候，我起初是有点困惑的，感觉大家早就认识过志东了。就是说，比起前瞻特别节目，现在这里算是一个前瞻的节目。那关于志东这个期盼已久的新国家，我们还有哪些可以和大家聊一聊的话题？
志东这个国家，明面上是对我们过去承诺的这个提瓦特7国旅行的一个线性的延伸，但实际上呢，玩家的需求它并不是线性的，而是一直在升级，一直在渴望有新的、更有创意的设计。所以我们要做的其实是既要保持原神这个作品的一个亲切感和代入感，让旅行成为生活的一部分。
This is gonna be a little bit dark. This is gonna be a little bit dark. But I want you to ask this man how many of those baby saurians he's killed. I'm just saying. I'm not forgiving Genshin for making us have to hurt all those baby saurians just for weapon materials and stuff like that. I can't understand his language. That's why, yeah, I mean, that's why we have the subtitles.
又要不断的去尝试这种新鲜的、令人惊喜的体验方式，让这种旅行可以沉淀情绪持续的去具备意义。这个事情说起来很轻松但实际做的过程当中还是有不少需要推敲的地方的。所以今天我们就可以聊一聊这里面的门道。
Okay. You know what? This looks kind of how I expected it to look. Jim Gim Impact. This actually looks how I expected Shinazunaya to look. Maybe it's because we technically saw like that picture in the Winter Night's Lasso. Ooh, this looks like Fatui headquarters. I think this right here, this back here is the Fatui headquarters because I think that little symbol right there looks like their symbol. And maybe this is the bank over here. I'm just guessing, obviously, but like maybe this is the bank. I'm actually really hyped. Like I said, I really like snowy areas, so. Looks cool? Yeah. What is your impression of Sneznaya?
早年的志东如果要给它提炼出一种轮廓的话，那多半是以
See, man, like, if there weren't enough reasons to dislike Genshin. Looks like Fortnite. Is there like a snowy area in Fortnite? Is this stream in slow mode? What do you mean in slow mode? Is this stream slow mode? Oh, let me see. I don't think so. Nope, playback speed is normal. I doubt they'll bring back Senora. Bro, I'm so mad, bro. I'm so I want Senora, man. I've been wanting this character for so long. Oh my gosh, y'all need to bring her back, man. There's a bit of delay on YouTube. When you say delay, you mean like even if you refresh the stream? Like obviously like some stream, like, you know, YouTube might be Twitch might be ahead of YouTube, but you're talking about like, is it Am I speaking in slow motion? That cloak only is why she won't be playable. Normal delay. Oh, okay, got it. Nah, she's a catalyst too.
一个比较邪恶威胁性很强的这样一个形象出场。然而6年过去了，旅行者们慢慢意识到，至东这个国家它有着自己对于命运的一个抗争路线，只是这个路线呢，在很多场合下，它体现出了一种对其他势力的排他性，甚至可以说在7国之中，至东是那个站在抗争命运最前线、最主动也最坚定的一个国家。
一个想要与天理和命运抗争的国度，它肯定要具备与之匹配的实力，而至东确实是具备这样实力的。比如遍布提瓦特各国的愚人众组织，大家见过的诺德卡莱的巨大研究设施，都彰显出至东强大的工业与科技实力。除了这些大家比较熟悉的内容，在至东本土，还有着一个历史悠久、实力强大而又神秘的种族——妖精。我们在诺德卡莱见过的伙伴菲林斯、利奈亚，都属于这一古老的种族。而他们的诞生最早可以追溯。
You need editor permissions for it? Oh, okay. I'll do that later.
溯到古国亥珀波瑞亚，这个国家的诞生与毁灭，其实都和天理、天使、降临者有着千丝万缕的联系。他们之间的故事，我们在以往的版本中是有过少量提及的，比如双月之子收藏的中北岛歌集，也就是被玩家们戏称为诺德卡莱的日月前世。而在至东上面提到的这些势力，他们之间的过去和未来，我们在以往的版本中是有过少量提及的，比如双月之子收藏的中北岛歌集，也就是被玩家们戏称为诺德。
Which players have come to jokingly refer to as not cries before sun and moon? Oh, okay. So yeah, this is probably like a lot of stuff.
卡莱的日月前世。而在至东上面提到的这些势力，他们之间的过去和未来，还会被进一步的解释。
大家都知道从1.0版本开始，至东就在为某个神秘的目的，派遣愚人众的执行官前往各国去收集神之心。那截止目前呢，除了火神之心以外至东已经收集到了其余的6枚神之心，并且比较有意思的一个点就是大家都知道，这其中有不少国家的神明各自出于一些理由，把自己的神之心以一个很小的代价交给了至东的使节。那我们也看到社区里有很多旅行者非常积极的去讨论这些神明背后的考量对于这些神明而言，就好像是让至东女皇拿到自己的神之心是一个对提瓦特更有利的选择。那这背后的原因呢，也会在至东这一年向大家讲述清楚。
原神有一个重要的设计原
Did it? Okay, real talk though. Doesn't this feel kind of early? Like a real did not cry. Why is that man speaking? Wait, what? Because it's Chinese. Genshin's a Chinese game. Doesn't this feel kind of early to you all? Like, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, they're really good. Got you. Like, I'm wondering if they're announcing this because of like NTE and the Cyberpunk collab with Wuthering Waves. I feel like this is really early in the summer to be talking about this. We're just at the beginning of May. We haven't even hit July yet, and you're already talking about Shinez Night. You know what I mean? They should improve all character models. Well, yeah. I mean, that would be cool. But if old girl comes back though, I would hope. If Senora comes back, I hope she gets a model update. Celestia or whatever that was called. Oh yeah, after Conria. Yeah, so there's Sneznaya and then Conria would be next. Possibly, Erkling. Possibly.
原则就是既需要有亲切感，又需要有奇幻感。比起1比1的还原某个现实的国家或者地区，我们会选择提炼来自不同背景，而且又彼此联系的各种文化要素，把它们以一种自洽的方式重新组合在一起。
大体上，至东是处于一个比较冷的、极寒的这种自然环境下的，它类似于现实生活当中的东欧，还有近北极圈地区。那这个地方的家园其实是人们在冰雪的夹缝。大 大体上，至东是处于一个比较冷的、极寒的这种自然环境下的，它类似于现实生活。
Hmm. After all the regions are done, they're probably gonna go to Conria, then Celestia, then I don't know, Genshin 2
当中的东欧，还有近北极圈地区。那这个地方的家园啊，其实是人们在冰雪的夹缝当中，通过火焰和钢铁开辟出来的。因此，我们也化用了不少现实世界当中对应地区的这个文明特征。但是在此基础上呢，针对这些现实的人文痕迹，我们其实也做了很多提瓦特自己特有的奇幻的演绎。
Oh, so y'all want to talk about real world cultural elements now, huh? Okay. But according to the player base, you know, I'm not going to get into all that. I'm not even going to do it.
雪国至东啊，那旅行者可能就会想到一部经典的电影叫《雪国列车》
，Yeah, no, I understand that.
或者说一个游戏系列作品叫做《地铁》或者叫 Metro。那这就是一种冻土地区特有的工业和人文符号。那有没有一种可能啊，就是《原神》当中这个列车的车厢，它本身也可以是一种人文的呈现呢？比方说它可以拿来用作营地，甚至拿来去搭一个剧院，对吧？有点像是在废弃工坊里面搭设的那个北京的798，也可能像是《生化危机》当中啊从博物馆改造来的这个警察局。那这种人文要素跟实际的用途之间的一种交错感，那在我们看来也会构成一种比较有意思的设计。
提到列车，在游戏中它通常被视为一种载具，但在如此大规模的地图里面，载具应当遵循怎样的运行规则？车厢内部的空间又能承载哪些玩法？或者说它的定位可不可以不只是移动工具？这些都是我们在设计阶段需要反复讨论和探索的问题。在枫丹，我们曾设计过巡游船，由于船体规模较小，运行在相对简单的轨道系统中，主要关注质心的稳定性和基础转向的移动即可。但像火车这样由多个车厢组成的复杂结构体，在几何结构和运动模拟上的处理就要复杂得多。在联机环境下，状态同步和角色交互的设计难度也会显著提升。同时，为了保证整体的真实感，不同轨道之间的调度策略、车辆与环境之间的交互，以及车厢内外之间的场景切换，都是需要系统性梳理和深入研究的课题。当然，对于以上这些问题，大家永远都可以相信原神的技术团队，我们基本都已经解决得差不多了。
那不仅是风景啊，音乐其实也是大家非常关注的一部分。那至东的文化原型呢，就包含了有古典交响乐，其中还有承载了一些。
Yeah, this music sounds great though. Like I said, it sounds very much like Anastasia, which I love that type of music. It's really good.
一些国家漫长抗争史的严肃音乐，以及还有一些广泛分布于斯拉夫各国的这个民乐。那在过去啊，Hoyo Mix 的小伙伴已经努力的给旅行者们重现过有巴洛克，还有古典主义的曲风。而在至东呢，旅行者或许还能够听到宏大深沉的现代主义。
Yeah, we're gonna be eating good from a music perspective.
浪漫主义作品。
We're gonna be eating good from a music perspective, I think.
至东的玩法嘛，这个话题肯定鸡哥有更多可以讲的。我注意到了一件事，
Hey, Albie.
我们这些年
Hey, appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're just taking a look at this preview of Snezhnaya that came so early, and I think a certain thing that starts with cyber and ends with runners. Starts with cyber and ends with punk edge runners. Might have something to do with how early this thing is being shown. Possibly Nevernish to Evernish as well.
对外的宣传都宣称自己是开放世界冒险游戏，但实际上用开放世界这4个字拿来定义原神有点狭隘了。比如什么叫开放世界？地图做得大，角色跑得快，内容堆得多，算开放吗？我觉得这些都太过片面了。原神的本质乐趣应该是不同维度的原子化玩法，相互叠加、相互作用的结果。在地图里率性的探索，和怪物战斗，了解 NPC 的故事，各种简单直观但是代入感很强的体验，都可以根据旅行者的需要自由实现。我们觉得这才是原神玩法最有趣的地方。
要我用一个词来定义原神的玩法概念的话，我觉得应该是交互吧。我们用尽可能精简的交互行为，足够明确的交互协议， 去呈现了很多丰富有趣的交互反馈。有个冷知识啊，就是《原神》的元素反应以及各种移动模组的这个设计，是早在我们的策略对抗和数值规划之前就已经确立好的。所以他们的初衷其实都是为了玩法交互去提供一些原子化的、符合直觉的、容易理解的这个协议框架。就比如说，我手上有个火元素，我拿去碰一下水元素，是不是会冒烟？拿去碰一下草元素，是不是会烧起来？
Literally the best thing that this was like the best part of Genshin's combat. Elemental reactions. It's like, yeah, it's simple, but it just made sense. And it was quite literally the thing, for me at least. I feel like for a lot of people, that like really made people actually interested in the combat. You know, Bella, maybe. It would be nice, but we'll see. I don't want to have too much hope. Like in the back of the day, you know, they did some events where like they gave you the traveler like a parry ability and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. NT is kind of disappointing to me, but then I remember that the developers standing behind NT are the same people who created ToF. Yeah, I think NTE could be better in a year. Like, give it a solid year. I actually think it could improve. Freezing yourself in the middle of combat. That gives Dea mains nightmares. And I'd say this as a Dea main. C6R1. Getting froze out of your ultimate is like the worst feeling ever. Oh yeah, Nanta definitely is looking good.
前面有座山，这个山看上去呢不算高，那是不是可以爬上去？那爬上去之后呢，山上有个鸟窝鸟窝里能掏出几个禽蛋，那这些蛋是不是可以拿来做菜？旅行者其实是在诸如此类的这种尝试和验证当中不断的去积累一种简单的快乐，然后呢，潜移默化的去理解这个游戏后续的玩法当中需要用到的知识。我们在前期其实花了有1年多的时间努力的让这种根源性质的乐趣，尽可能广泛的分布到这个游戏的各个内容模块上，让它去贯穿有生态、人文、战斗和探索这几个领域。原神的世界在玩法层面的这种立体感和鲜活感，其实是建立在这些比较细腻，乃至于很琐碎的这种小乐趣上面的。
原子化玩法其实是一种不可再生资源，就是所谓的做一块少一块。那到了第6年，设计上可以突破的空间也就越来越小，对于我们概念设计能力的要求也就越来越高了。
Bro, that's a lie from the pits. That is not true at all. I can't let you get away with that one. That's not true. I'm about to say you guys, there is more than enough data out there and examples. I think GTA 6 before Nanta. Out here trying to talk about the room for design breakthroughs becomes increasingly limited. You could make a breakthrough in design, bro. Literally, you like I said, you could just make a parry system in the game, just like you had in those events back in Azuma. Like there are a couple things you could do. You could do a perfect dodge, like design breakthroughs. Like, nah, bro, they're not increasingly limited. What you all are willing to do is increasingly limited, but the room for design breakthroughs, that's not limited. I have not watched Evangelion, so I can't say.
空间也就越来越小，对于我们概念设计能力的要求也就越来越高了。举个例子，比如说冰元素，我们可以赋予它封存的概念。那如果它封存了能量，它就可以看作是某种电池；那它封存了记忆，那就可以看作某种信息存储和在线的介质。当然，策划的脑洞肯定比我说的还要夸张。那比如说万一冰元素封存了某种古代禁忌的力量或者概念然后把它藏了起来，那旅行者可以借用某些手段呢，激活这些力量或者概念来获得一些收益。这个好像说的有点多了。用策划的专业术语来说，就是预期大家能够通过相似的交互协议，让统一的交互行为呈现更丰富的结果。
在过去的旅途当中啊，大家遇到的大部分的敌人其实都是那种各自为战的，
Combos would
他
be
们之间呢
interesting.
也没有太多配合。那至东的愚人众既然在设定上
Having a
它是一个
character that
高
could
度
do
组织化、
combos would
军
be
事化
so
的一个
cool.
势力，那么它应该在战斗当中呢，也应该
Like
是有分工
if the
配合、互相
characters
掩
could
护的。
like do like
所
rekkas,
以在
that's a
至
fighting
东
game
版本，
term.
我们也尝
But
试
it's
让
essentially like
敌人的行为
you
更加
get
的
a
有组织
different
纪律。
outcome.
一
Like
方
you
面呢是
start the
增加一些
same,
生
but
动性，
then
另
based
外一方
on
面呢
like
也能提供
certain
一些有趣
inputs,
的
you
对
get a
抗策
different
略。
outcome each
利
time.
用元素反应
Like if
或
you
者
did
利
like
用单个
square,
元素的特性
square,
是原神一直以来非常重要的玩
triangle,
法。
or square,
在至东的
square,
战斗
then
中，
pause,
大家也
then
可
do
以
square
进一
again.
步的利用冰这个元素，让
And
它不
because
只
you
能够
paused
触发
after the
元素
first
反
one,
应，
you get a different
还能
outcome.
够破坏、
Or if you do like
碎
square,
裂
square,
甚
square,
至改变战场
pause,
地形，
square.
影响敌人的行动路线
Like。there's ways they could
这
do
意味着
things.
战斗不只发生在怪物和角色之间，而是发生在怪物、角色以及整个环境之间。
至东的很多玩法设计啊，会围绕着超越规则这个主题来做。那这个主题一方面指的是原神本身啊，比如说一些元素反应会在这个版本有全新的演绎啊，他们甚至在至东地区的探索和剧情当中都起到了重要的作
I'm
用。
not gonna lie.
另一方面呢，也是指我们团队正在探索和超越现在这个原神的可能性啊，就比如说旅行者他作为降临者啊，他可以在一个特殊的区域里
Are there new
体验到一
outfits?
套和原神
Okay, Lumine. Feels good to be a Lumine enjoyer. Mechas, yeah. Guess I'm preserved when I freeze myself. I should take less damage when I self freeze then. Oh, true. There's a character in Zenless, Banyue, and he does the exact thing you talked about. He's like 20 combos. Oh, nice. Wait, is he like a robot? Is Banyue the monk robot? Yeah, Animo, just like Genshin and Wuthering Waves. Yeah, Animo could definitely have a parry type of mechanic. Like I think they're just thinking about it from one perspective when you could think about it from a couple different. Yeah, he's the monk. Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool actually.
原本截然不同的新玩法。那大家可以尽情的想象啊，只有降临者能够做到的事，可能会比当初大家见到在枫丹的那种水下体验还要。
Never mind, I'm not gonna say anything about the underwater thing.
更加意外吧。
The monk line robot, yeah.
我们上线已经是2020年的事情了，那时至今日啊，可能在很多玩家的眼里啊，原神已经是一个老游戏了。那玩游戏一定要赶时髦嘛，关注如今的玩家喜欢什么东西就让大家感知到原神其实是在与时俱进的。那早些年呢，我们通过一些简单的天赋设计，人们和世界有了更多的这种生态啊、人文性质的互动，人们和世界有了更多的这种自身的身份、职业和性格特点。到了罗德卡莱这一年啊，我们让角色们，就比如说啊，如果说有一个角色他的职业是比方说歌手啊，那在原神里面，我们不仅能够观赏到一个歌手的演出啊，体验到这个歌手他华丽的技能表现。 甚至是不是可以通过某种可以游玩的方式在游戏内听到他哼唱各种动听的歌曲呢
？So
我们看到很多玩家非常在意原神的画面和渲染效果的提升，得益于这些年大家设备的升级换代，未来我们会在新角色身上做重。
Okay, so significant visual enhancements for upcoming characters. That's cool. Like one thing I will say, time is passing. One thing I will say, do you think Cora will show Collab on stream or make a special video for it? I mean, it'll probably be both. It'll probably be both. One thing I will say about Genshin, I understand why they do things the way they do and why, like, from a visual standpoint, they're not like trying to be Wuthering Waves. Because in reality, they're trying to do like the Nintendo thing where you are trying to appeal for the most amount of people possible. And the higher your fidelity and all that stuff, the harder it is for people with certain types of devices to run the actual game. So I do understand that. Am I the only one who thinks my volume is low? Do I sound? Oh, I mean, the mic is a bit further away from me. Sorry. I was just eating this food. So my fault. One sec, let me finish. Well, you know, I don't think that's the case though, Wild. And the reason why is just because Like Nintendo has been operating for like the past however long on subpar graphics and fidelity. Their games barely even run at 30 FPS, but people still buy them. So I don't know. No, that is not that way.
更大的视觉升级，在保留原神原有的风格的前提下，让游戏内的角色呈现更加具有高级感。届时，大家会有非常明显的视觉感官优化。我们做内部测试的时候，有同学就惊呼：“哇，这把
All right, so they're trying to hype up. They said they're going to have visual improvements. I guess we'll see.
把我干哪儿了？这还是原神吗？”但是话又说回来，作为一款卡通渲染风格的游戏，许多光影效果和纹理细节都是我们美术同学手动调节甚至手动绘制完成的。如果盲目向写实风格的游戏作品看齐，贸然的堆细节加精度，会导致游戏画面显得杂乱，失去视觉焦点，也不够温暖和梦幻，破坏沉浸感。而且贸然大幅升级，往往意味着放弃低端乃至中端配置的玩家，其实是不合理的。毕竟我们不能为了一厢情愿的技术追求，不顾大多数玩家的游戏体验。
原神以往的演出和玩法，它大体上都是分开的，那大家只能体验到演出啊有进步，却融合到一块儿。就比如说5.3 版本的这个古斯托特的部分，不仅如此，我们还会统一一部分 NPC 和怪物的行为。举例来讲
，The future. All right, we're just gonna skip because I
这
see
种
what
比较
they're.
单一的小道具功能啊，这个工具
Let's see what they're talking
原
about.
神的未来啊。
After WUWA live stream, Genshin also shows their dev team before the CB. You mean like chibi voice actors? WUWA is focusing too much on graphics. Well, no, yeah. I see what you. I do understand that. I don't even think that they're focusing too much on graphics. I think they're just not focusing enough on optimization. But I mean, in the most recent patch, they said that they did improve. I think WUWA's biggest hurdle right now is optimization and storage, but those are things that they are working on. I have two phones, one with MediaTek Helio G99 disgusting processor, and the other one with the Snapdragon 8 Elite. And to my surprise, WUWA never crashed out on the Helio.
对不对？这期我是不是看过？去年我是不是也在这个问题上想了一下？
They need to improve the base gameplay, like remove the stamina bar. Yeah, I agree. Stamina bar still sucks. Like stamina bar, 6 years later, stamina bar still sucks. Accessibility is one of the reasons Genshin's on top. Yeah, like I said, it's the Nintendo strategy, and it works.
感觉有点诡异。说回正题啊，就是很多人会觉
Many
得，就
players
是
feel that by this point,
我
after
玩
playing
原
Genshin
神
for years,
玩到今年，我就是为了看到自
they're
动
simply
完
here
结
to witness conclusion and
但是
Shinasnaya.
完结这个
But the word conclusion itself carries a
词其
sense
实
of
很
melancholy.
伤感，它意味着就是读者对于作者迄今为止的作品的认可，但是呢，它同时又封印了这个作品。
Honestly, y'all, volume is low again. Yes, because I'm too far away. All right, let me hold on. This is the last little bit. All right, is that better? That should be better. Mike is closer now. I kind of want Genshin to hurry up and have a Genshin 2 because then I could like start fresh with a new game and like content. I bought a PC, got a job just before WUWA came out, before I would only play mobile, and it sucks when the cutscenes drop to 60 FPS for a cutscene. I mean, 60 FPS is it's good though. What you normally play at like 240 or something, or 144. Sounds better than before. Oh, okay.
未来一切的可能性。我们都知道啊，伟大的
We all know the great story, which
野猪公主的作者，西木兰卡的缔造者， 小杜林的
In
母亲
right?
魔女 M
Oh,
安
M.
德斯多特女士啊，她曾经在剧情里说过一句话，叫做每个故事最大的
I thought it was in. Was that a translation error? 120? Oh. I thought in was the one who wrote the Simulanka story and stuff. Like in instead of M. My greatest regret is that every story I write has to come to an end in the first place.
是要
They said, we're not going to extend it for commercial reasons. We're going to extend it for non-commercial reasons and then just profit commercially. Okay, got you, Albie. No worries. Enjoy. Yeah, I mean, Genshin is it's a less, demanding game, so it makes sense. Final Fantasy VII Remake, what? Hey, what's up? How you doing, baby? Take care. When's The Last Nation coming out? In August. Seemingly. No audio on the bit? Oh, okay, hold on.
手工去调整了很多写实风格的雪山和溪流。那诸如此类的一些例子啊，就是当我们知道在产品进化的这个道路上，我们跟世界顶尖团队的这个路径，其实比较类似的时候，就突然变得比较有信心了。
而从至冬开始，原神的进化要开始加速了。这种加速会在未来某些节点兑现，并且如原神提瓦特篇上线时一样，我们为这个行业带来了一些重要的想法参考和思路改变。我们有能力在2020年给这个世界带来惊喜，那么在5年后、10年后、20年后，我们仍然有这个能力做到。我们始终相信，一个真正打动人的作品，从来不是靠一时的风潮。原神能走到今天，靠的是一群人日复一日的坚持与创新，和千万旅行者们一路走来的陪伴。IP 之所以能成为 IP， 靠的是高品质的内容设计与长时间的持续产出。在至冬，我们将继续秉承这样的理念，把更多激动人心的想象，变成玩家可见、可玩、可感的全新体验。
8/12/2026. All right. 2 months. So that's that. Now, wait.
All I remember is fire everywhere. From the sky to the ground, everything was burning. The heat was unbearable, and ashes were blowing in the
Oh my gosh, we're finally talking about this?
wind.
Does the heavenly principles rule with wisdom or folly? And how can we be sure that the seven who wield authority over the world will not be corrupted?
Though her body and soul have perished, her essence retains its natural instincts. She must have had a premonition. So please, just follow my lead.
Oh, my bad. N is Nicole. My bad.
Such defiance. Our little secret.
The situation in Sumeru is as described above. It is time to eliminate the remaining poison Dottore has left in Mondstadt.
Seduced by transcendent power, secretly colluded with the Doctor.
Nighty-night.
Okay, this dude actually, from what I saw, looked kind of cool. Oh, yeah. Yes, Genshin does have men. Men in my gacha game? Oh my gosh. Then Conrio Celestia. Hey, what's up, Duckstar? So we've got like a Ice Lance.
Struggle all you want.
That's pretty cool.
Just so you know, I'm not here to play. Ready to hunt some witches.
Small character with a hammer. Fair enough. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think the gameplay is gonna be that good.
Hammer time! You're done!
Wait. That looked like Animo and Cryo.
Preserving the existence of the world and its inhabitants takes priority over protecting Sumeru.
No. It's...
These degenerate rulers lost control over their nation, and with it, the right to occupy that exalted seat.
Yeah, bro, grab the camera. That was cool. I agree. That's like Lohan actually looked pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I did see like a little video on YouTube a little bit earlier, but we're not gonna talk about all that. Goo Goo Hammer? Is the MC still mute? I'm pretty sure, yeah. They were talking about Rook Devada in the beginning, question mark? For which part? The part about like not degenerate rulers or something like that?
Till we meet again, Lord of Dendro. But there will come a day when we reclaim this world for ourselves.
Oh,
to get us to
sir.
lower our guard?
Don't die.
Hey, D-Luke.
Kill him.
Watching lowly prisoners like you act all self-important.
Connect to Safi Shatranj.
I never thought I'd return through Sumeru.
I am the shimmering light that glows from the eyes of the Creator!
You will pay for interfering with the grandest experiment of all time.
I knew he wasn't gone. Truth amongst the pages of Piranha.
Dreams can sometimes be a warning of things that will soon come to pass.
Kali, time to go.
Okay.
A storm is coming from beyond the bounds of fate.
Why does it feel like Tagnari's voice actor got changed like 3 times? Hey, back to Sumeru. I like Sumeru, so I'm actually pretty hyped. When she said something perished? Like at the very beginning? Kale was talking about the dream she had. That the tree in the main city of Sumeru, that was burning. I'm reminded that WUWA has no but Lingyan. Shota. Is that the right word to use? How many elements are there now? I mean, the same except for Dendro.
I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz, the voice of the female traveler Lumine, and hosting with me
Okay.
today,
I just
we
want to
have
see.
Open World might be coming to fruition in This version and breadcrumbs scattered around the open world might.
So, well, I mean, this is all just Sumeru. Like, this is quite literally just all Sumeru. But yeah, going back to Sumeru is gonna be really cool. I'm down. Very much down. Not a bad word. I've heard it used in so many different ways, and so sometimes I'm just like, it's just weird. The tree, yeah. Male kid, by the way, got you. I meant like elements that have cities. Okay, so I mean, we're basically at all of them except for the Cryo City, if that's what you mean, which is Snezhnaya. That's the last one, and that comes in 2 months. Well, 3 months actually. My bad, not 2 months.
Other attack.
No fair.
Wait.
Before us when we least. This new opponent does seem to share a lot of similarities to Dottore, and unfortunately for us, he is just as dangerous. He'll catch us off guard.
I'm even more worried for Sumeru than before.
Yeah, but the good news
is looking tricky. It's real tricky.
After seeing all that.
Okay, so they don't want to say that he's Dottore. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it looks like the whole cast is here. So that's fun. We're just gonna skip a little bit because I would mainly just look for the trailers at this point. Oh yeah.
Nicole is known as the observer of the world. So when change is on the horizon, she is often the first one to see it coming, and she always finds a way.
Yeah, it kind of is just Dottore, but it might be there might be more to it.
Who better to offer guidance in a time of crisis?
It's at the end, Bella. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, also, speaking of angels, I remember Nicole saying that, like a long time ago, the angels were punished and had to sacrifice either their power or their form. But it's weird because somehow
Nicole up close and personal.
Hey, okay, real talk. Like best voice actor in all of Genshin right here. This one right here. And you'll know why? Because she sounds like her character. This is just me personally. I'm not really a big fan when they like drop the act when they're in PNG form. It's like when I hear your normal voice instead of like the actual character, it's just not. I'm not a fan. 39 is the timestamp. Okay, got you, Paul. Like I prefer when they actually speak in character.
Your one-stop shop for all the juicy details on Nicole's past that she barely remembers herself. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because one lucky follower will get a compilation of Nicole's abandoned novels.
That's honestly half the reason. It's not the only reason, but it's a large percentage of the reason why I don't usually watch these things all the way through, because I'm just like, it breaks the immersion for me.
Whoa, you can't just expose her.
Like if it was just her, like the actual voice actors talking, and they weren't like, you know, having the whole like character they play as their model, that'd be different. You can't just expose her age like that. Okay.
Age like that?
Oh, wait, no. I was just using it to emphasize how, vast her knowledge is.
Well, that is for certain. She's an angel whose knowledge spans both past and present. Her angel abilities even extend to non-combat scenarios. For example, outside of combat, she can call upon nearby Sealies to help guide us to treasure.
Yes, you just need to have the treasure compass for the region in question, and you are good to go. Guiding people to treasure is something Nicole takes a lot of pride in.
Premium English is crazy.
Her power as an angel is still intact.
Have I done the Now Cry quests? I've done the main story quest for Not Cry. I haven't really gotten as deep into the other stories. Like I know in the new area, there's like this like underground thing where you end up doing some type of quest with Nicole. But I have done Cursive English is hilarious. I have done the main ones. Hey, what's up, Tercy? We looking at Genshin program today? Yeah. Before we hop into the Star Reel, I know it's a bit late, but yeah. Miss Life's mom is here right now anyway, so they're just hanging out, probably watching anime or something. So I was like, you know what? I can stream a bit today.
Also wields a
Premium
pyro
English.
vision. Her elemental skill generates a shield and boosts the attack of all characters in the party.
That's right. Not only does this attack boost follow the active character around, meaning it is not limited to a specific AoE, it also applies to the entire party.
Which means that both the active and off-field characters can deal more damage. Of course, that is not all there is to Nicole's abilities. With her elemental burst, Nicole weaves golden threads of light to summon an arcane projection that attacks the enemy alongside the active character. The damage dealt by this arcane projection scales based off the active character's attack.
Oh, and it looks like the elemental damage it deals corresponds to the active character's elemental type. Ooh.
Oh, interesting.
All
Okay.
in all, Nicole seems like quite the a kid, but I
That's
would
we have
think
Prune.
twice before getting on her bad side. Armed with a bell of summoning and a hammer of judgment won from a witch, she claims to be a witch hunter, one recognized by Alice.
Let's go. Gotcha. Hammer time.
I just want to know what she does. Premium Bennett, yeah. Diana, but hammer.
Oh, she's adorable. I think her hammer kind of looks like it has
Nicole is finally
monster
playable
elements
before
to it.
Alice. I know that's crazy.
Tap her elemental skill and Prune
I don't
will
think there's a new
swing
weapon
her
type.
hammer to deal animo damage. And if a swirl reaction is triggered, she'll follow up with an additional attack.
Okay, that's cool. Follow-up character. I actually like that. I'm sure it's not going to be like super like crazy in terms of like combos or anything, but that's a fun little thing.
Did she just trip and fall?
Well, when you're hunting a witch, there's bound to be a few bumps in the road, I guess.
You know what? That's as it should be.
Yeah,
It's as it
that's
should be.
right. But luckily, Prune also has a trusty helper, the Witch Lure Bell. After Prune unleashes her elemental burst,
I actually think that's
the
a
bell
cool
will follow
animation
the
for her
active
ultimate.
character and deal AoE animo damage at intervals.
Oh, and also, it looks like when the bell triggers the swirl.
I think that's a really cool old animation. Like obviously it's a 4-star, so now I can get it like a fancy thing. But I actually think that's a pretty cool thing.
It also summons a small hammer of the corresponding element to attack the opponent. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's not all. After the hammer lands, it also provides the other characters in the party with a damage boost.
So good.
Plus, after completing her witch's homework, Prune will be able to provide even more buffs by teaming up
Yeah,
with
so
other
from what I
HSR
understand,
characters.
this is basically Varka's premium team. Nicole, Durin, Prune, and then instead of Venti, you would use Varka. I don't have Durin though, but I will have the other 3. So yeah. She's using a hammer, but I don't think this is like a new weapon. It's probably just like they started doing things where like they just don't pay attention to the character's thing anymore and they'll just give them whatever.
Yeah. So, she can deal off-field damage.
Usually
and
those,
buff
yeah,
team.
usually fancy weapons are just a
Sounds like
catalyst.
capable little hunter to me.
For
I love
sure.
her.
Plus, because she's always looking to expand her knowledge through extensive reading,
Okay,
when
I think we're
crafting
good.
talent materials at
Fun adventuring with her.
Yeah, she's probably a catalyst character.
She's so cool.
Definitely. Well, now that we've introduced 2 of our new characters coming in Luna 7, let's talk event wishes real quick.
Yes, let's.
Here we go. In the first half of Luna 7, travelers can look forward to
Of
event wishes for
course.
Nicole and Durin.
I guess maybe in our new 4-star is going to be on the second side.
Character Prune will also receive
Oh my, thank you. Thank you. Well, that's nice. Because sometimes they'll do that thing where they put the 4-star character on the other banner. So I guess I'll just try to get them both. Yeah. That's essentially it. I'll just try to get them both. Obviously I'm gonna go for Nicole first, and I don't really have the highest hopes that I'll get them both, but you know, something will happen.
a drop rate boost on the first half banners.
Oh, wow.
And a new 5-star catalyst will be featured on the weapon banner.
Ooh.
Luna 7.
Wait, I
is
just thought about it.
also
They
bringing a new artifact domain.
Is
as
Lohan
well as
gonna
2
be-
new artifact sets.
Oh,
So
okay.
Still gift.
I'm about to say, when are they gonna talk about Lohan? Yeah, I'm probably gonna skip Durin. What? Yeah, I'm probably just gonna skip Durin. Because if I can get Lohan, I was gonna try to. He actually looked kind of cool.
Let's fight.
And he's cryo, and like I said, I try to get cryo characters. Cause Shinha.
Now's our chance.
No fairy tale ending for you.
Mondstadt really is the place to be.
Whoa, his fighting style is so ruthless.
Yeah, that was nothing like I was expecting.
Yeah, he's got
definitely
the
not
this.
your average
This is a
fight,
cool
huh?
looking character.
Right?
Like, I don't care what you say. This is a cool looking character, man.
Because it's just like, Lowen's, he's one of those dudes who prefers to get up close and personal, exchange blows, just face to face, you know? That drive and fierceness actually makes for some really cool combat mechanics.
Okay, tell me more. How so?
Oh, okay, that's sick. So he does his attack, then he gets like an enhanced attack where he does a little I guess teleport strike. So it looks like he probably, okay, your normal attack. I'm curious how he activates the cryo. Are all of his attacks just cryo by virtue, or do you have to like use your skill real quick to lock it in? So happy Lowen is like that. Yeah.
Okay, tell me more. How so?
So, during combat, Lowen's not just battling his opponents, he's also competing against his teammates. And what I mean by that is basically when one of his teammates deals a significant amount of damage, Lowen's competitive spirit kicks in. Like his actual competitive spirit, and he starts to accumulate what's called will to win. So the more will to yes, so the more will to win he has, the more damage he deals with his special elemental skill and elemental burst. On top of that.
So if you have a C6 character, that will indirectly buff Lowen. Is that how that works? That actually kind of, that's, yeah, they probably meant Ruka Devata on the timestamp I sent. Just checked her lore to be sure. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, I think you said 139, right? Oh, wait, not 139. Or was it 39 seconds? Oh, the 39-second mark. We're at 25:29.
Though her body and soul have perished, her essence retains its natural instincts.
Oh.
She must.
Oh no, I think that's referring to M. The witch who told stories.
So, during combat, Lowen's not just battling his opponents, he's also competing at called will to win. So the more will to
Potential. He needs someone of comparable strength in the party. So that means for Lowen to reach his full potential, he needs someone of comparable strength in the party.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's cool. That's really cool. It's like a different kind of a teamwork.
Steel
right?
sharpens steel.
Exactly.
So
Looks like he's gonna be like a melt character then. If you put like him, Shinha, Mavwika, and Nicole on a team, it looks like he would be a really good melt character. Rook doesn't exist anymore. I mean, yeah, but like I don't think they would talk about Ruka Devata that way if like Nahida already exists. I'm pretty sure the beginning of this conversation they were talking about, like it showed the T set, right? When she said that, it was showing the T set. So I believe that's what they were talking about. No, yeah, Lohan actually looks pretty sick. He looks pretty sick.
Oh yeah, and Lowen, he also has a cool talent that makes it so that after casting his elemental skill, its level will be increased by 1 for a period of time.
Oh, bro, Lohan is like Lowen and Child. Oh my gosh, Lowen and Child would be sick on a team together. Like you get a freeze team and they both are like buffing like normal attack and skill, and they're both competitive and stuff like that too. So that actually feels like it would work really well.
Oh.
But also, this effect lasts even longer if any one of his teammates' talents is not lower in level than his elemental skill.
Ah, that's an interesting little way of doing it.
I love that. That is competitive spirit in action.
For sure.
Yep, this is what I was saying. You can have Lowen, you can have Mavwika instead of Xiangling, you can have Shinha, and then you would have Nicole. Like quite literally, the team that I said earlier, this is the team, just the quote unquote budget friendly version of the team that I said earlier.
Plus, after completing his witch's homework and unlocking his Hexerai effect, Lowen will also be able to deal even more damage with his normal and charge attacks.
He's a Hexrod
under certain
character.
conditions.
Oh, awesome. That's really cool.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah, shoot, what's up?
So, it's clear from all this that Lowen takes a really aggressive and ruthless approach to combat, but
True.
why? Is there a story behind that?
There is.
Excuse me.
But travelers will be able to experience it for themselves in Lowen's upcoming story quest, Lepus Melis chapter.
I'm calling it now. I feel like there's a lot more going on under the surface of that cool exterior.
Well, didn't we just hear all about how she's a witch hunter? So
Well,
what's she doing hanging around the little witches there?
Guess it's finally happening!
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. Part of it too. Oh, wait. I remember Yao Yao saying that she wanted to take Chi-Chi on a trip. Guess it's finally happening.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
What is this?
No way. Yao Yao and Chi-Chi are part of it too.
Andante.
Whoa.
Oh.
Cute. A
This
bunch
is
of
cute.
little
Is
witches.
this the summer?
That
I guess there's like a summer event or something like that. Well, yeah. Essentially, it's a summer event, right?
Are very good little sharers. So let's take a look.
Our faces, right?
Well, no, but you
Okay.
do need.
Have
Training for
fun.
exactly, 'cause if it's
Okay, that looks like fun. This
what you
actually,
were talking about, I'm gonna guess running away.
that looks like fun. But
kind of seems like it. Prune is
all right,
also
I think we're
Various
good.
rewards,
I think there's something at the
including
end.
Primo gems, crowns of insight, and a new weapon skin.
I saw a music
Super
event.
Awesome magic key. A ballad of whimsical polyphony is being added.
So check out the Treasure of Myriad Melodies shop if you're interested.
All right. Wait, what's this? Oh, is this Miliastra Wonderland? Yeah, that's Miliastra Wonderland. Okay. Events overview. Time to get moving. Okay, more Miliastra. All right. Here's the Shnaznaya sneak peek. My brain just can't comprehend anything. I got you. Yeah.
You know, I'm interested to see how it goes. I feel like with that, all there's left to say is... See you in game! Alright, bye!
Later! Bye-bye!
Okay. We'll just watch it straight through, then I'll go back and Cryo Traveler. Oh shoot, we got a gun? Yo, we got a gun? Wait, why does he look mature? That doesn't even look like Aether. They actually made him look not like Aether. It's like he has a twin or something. Like they made his face a little bit less round. I'm telling you, this character would be so much cooler to me if they removed the rat tail and like, I don't know, the eyes, they're all right. The rat tail, I think it throws it off, but yeah, this is interesting. Interesting. Okay, so let's see that one more time. And more mature. Yeah, I mean, hey, I guess if you know, he's there for the people who want it, I guess. Is that a Hilichurl? Okay, this is a character that has an electro-gnosis and a spear. Not gonna lie, I feel like this is like a 4-star character, like the type of character that introduces you to the world. Another twin. That's honestly what I was thinking to myself. It almost made it look like there's like an alternate traveler or something. Oh shoot, traveler has a spear. I didn't even notice. So that's probably like the traveler's skill. Let me see. Can we see the enemy close up? Oh, that's that's like a animal person. This is an animal person. Y'all see that? Like, I don't know exactly what type of animal, but that's an animal person. We got Zootopia. A Coke can make the man, true. Or the soup, yeah, soup makes the man. It's soup makes the man, but yeah. They got Zootopia. Let's see. All right. Looks like you put that there. Now, what was this? Are we attacking something or is that us? We getting like, was that a cannon? Okay, it looks like you get in this and then it shoots you out. Okay. Alternate dimension of sorts, I guess. Maybe it's like the Fae place or something like that. Traveler out here just like shooting people. He said, beating them up with my sword took too long, man. Using a gun. One shot, one kill. All right, got it. Cool. Hey, I mean, summertime is usually where weather waves, Genshin is like, Genshin's summer patches are kind of like hit or miss, in my opinion. They're like interesting, but it's like I said, it's kind of hit or miss. So I'm curious to see. I mean, this current story and all that stuff looked cool, for sure. But once we actually get like the summer event, I'm curious what's gonna happen there. Aether discovers American techniques. You know what's weird? I feel like time has gone by really fast. Cause like the summer event that with Bennett's parents and all that, it feels like it wasn't that long ago. Weathering Impact. Aether discovers American techniques. Snow travel, yeah. That's really funny. Bunny people? Yeah, I don't know if it was a bunny or like a looked kind of like a deer or something. Summer events were my favorites. Yeah, I think there were some summer events that were cool, then other ones that were like Simulanka was cool. The map was cool, but I don't know. It's weird. I feel like they're the type of, they were usually events that took some time for me to like them. I liked them the more that I played them. But when they first came up, I was not as interested in them, if that makes sense. By the way, if you know anybody who's interested in getting into Wuthering Waves, let them know about the playlist. I know a lot of Cyberpunk players are probably going to start being interested in the game. So, yeah, I like the Archipelago stuff. Yeah, Archipelago was cool, especially when they did the thing with visual. But anyway, with that being said, let me switch this over to Star Rail. Wait, I thought Honkai. Star Rail. Done. Okay, there we go. Let's update it. And boom. Have you checked the lore chat or not? Not yet. I have not. Not yet. This creature is a pawn dispatched by the enemy in disguise. By the enemy in disguise, as well as a harbinger of the scourge of war. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. She set the bait. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. As time progresses, you guys are very much making me curious about this Yang stuff. I'm not going to lie. I think there are coincidences. There are quite a few coincidences. I will acknowledge that there are quite a few coincidences. That's what I will say for now. Why don't I hear the... Oh, it's probably in-game setting. There it is. Yeah. I'm so surprised how more evidence keeps popping up every day. Yeah, no, it honestly is like kind of shocking. Oh, okay. Why is it all of a sudden just like popping out so much today? Not sure why the audio's doing that today. All right, there we go. Let me know if the audio is good. It's a bit loud, the audio? I can't hear the game. Wow, that's surprising. Okay. I can lower it a little bit. Okay. All right. Just do this real quick. Cool. I'm about to say, I don't even know what to farm at this point. Like since Blade's not coming until later, so I'm just kind of like getting normal stuff right now. Like this, basically. But I don't have to do that right now. So, why? Okay, no. Quest. Missions. And then Plan Arcadia, Philosophy of the Tours. Try to get 200 speed on server. 200? Let me see. Oh my gosh, she's at 184. Are you sure it's 200? I feel like that's a high speed wolf. It's gotta be. Cause at least from the stuff that I saw. Recommendations. Speed. Oop. You got 208? Oh my goodness. Recommendations, HP or defense. Speed's at the top. What does speed do? She gets up to 96 crit rate in battle, so all she needs is speed, since that's what she scales with. Oh. Speed. I mean, I guess I could go with this. You get more actions. Let's see. Switch. Enhance. Oh, nice. 7. That's speed. That's speed, obviously. This is speed. You get speed from that. And, all right. Let's see. 192. Sheesh. Increase the word speed by 18%. Oh, okay. So, let me see. Is that currently active or is that just like, let's see, 172? Oh, okay. It's currently active. Man, you must have some, just try to fish speed substats. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that sounds kind of tricky. Found text about entering disguise accidentally. I just wanted to screenshot Crowley to compare him to Overthrax. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I might have to do some research on this Yang theory now. That people like it's. I've seen some things that are interesting. Like I heard a conversation just about like the fact that Yang doesn't. Some people were saying like Yang isn't using the wave line. She writes notes and letters, and the Grand Architect seems to like write letters, I guess. I don't know if that's like the best thing, but there's these little coincidences that are starting to stack up. So I'm just keeping my eyes open for it. 200 of speed is the standard. Got it. Okay, I'll keep that in mind then. I will keep that in mind. Okay, wait, let's see. It keeps doing this every time I try to do this quest. Navigate. All right, go. I saw people say GA has fancy handwriting.
Leisure comes easy. Pity that I struggled to keep my sights on the present.
Try to get 200 speed on her too with some crit rate rolls. Let's see. Oh yeah, she's 142. She is 142. Oh, I have the wrong set on her. I actually have the wrong set on her. Maybe when she came, was this set even a thing when she came out? I actually don't know where I got this set from. Did I take someone else's set? No, wait, hold on. Seriously, did I take somebody else's set? That's from Amphorius? Yeah, no, I don't know why I have this one. It feels like I took someone else's set. Switch. Yeah, I'm genuinely kind of confused. Speed. Speed and crit. Let's say, does she want main attack? Okay, attack. I'm genuinely kind of shocked right now. Wait, is this like... Was this supposed to be like Finon or something? No. Yeah, I actually don't know why she was using that set. Maybe did I hit like auto? Let's see, crit damage with speed. Trailblazer's outfit. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened on that one. I'm not even gonna hold you. All right. Okay, let's see. Cavern of Corrosion. Speed, crit damage. Confirm. This costs... Wait, I'm going to use 5? Oh, that's a lot. Speed is very niche. In this game, because there's specific breakpoints and getting below or above those breakpoints don't matter. That is a lot. I might have to farm this a little bit more first. Okay. For now, we'll use that. Speed. Oh, nice. And is this at least correct? Okay, at least this one's correct. There's no this crit rate and crit damage on this one. No speed. That one has speed. So I guess I could use this one for now. Did you take Evernights? I don't have Evernight. That's the thing. Okay, this one has speed. Energy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm genuinely kind of surprised. 4, 2, 4. Okay. Let's level these up. Okay, got it to 5. That's nice. Four. It gives attack percent to the first character in the team. So Wolf doesn't use attack, but Sparksy does. Got it. Ooh, nice. Okay. Details 157. Yeah, I mean, I'm using like this light cone, but it's a little bit better. We can get above 160 in time. Line up. There we go. Cool. Don't use them all. You can use the books to craft one of those. Oh, yeah. Just, you mean just like a normal one? Without like doing the substats? Alright. Yeah, I'll just farm. I mean, I don't have anything else to farm for a while anyway until Blake gets here, so I don't mind. Okay. Well, let's lock in, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see.
Good fortune itself is also a kind of destiny.
Yes, this is 4.2. Give me 1 second. Let me get something before we get started.
Good fortune itself is also a kind of destiny. The intertwining of fate. Quite amusing. The intertwining of fate.
So,
Quite amusing.
Miss Life and her mother are downstairs. Okay, got you, Wildess. Appreciate it. Miss Life and her mom are downstairs, and they are just laughing up a storm right now. I took out the headphones. I just hear laughing. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna get started with the quest. I don't know how much exactly we're gonna do. We might not end up doing all of it. Very likely that we won't do all of it, but we will see.
The intertwining intertwining of fate.
Let me see. All right, cool.
Quite amusing. Good fortune itself is also a kind of destiny.
All right, there we go. All right, hopefully you all can hear. We're good. Okay. All right, March 7th, Strange Imaginary. Last thing that happened, the moon got really close. All right, let's lock in. Let's see.
Wait, did you hear that? The moon just spoke.
I'm not hearing things, am I? The Master of Elation is here?
Hurry, make a wish. It might actually come true.
Why don't you make a wish
Hang
then?
on. This isn't right. Is it?
Yeah.
The winking moon up there in the sky. It just spoke. For real. Hey, it wasn't just me, was it? You heard that too, right?
The whole world heard it. Okay. Controller disconnected.
I heard it too. That's why I came straight back for you. The winner of these Phantasmoon games shall inherit all my authority and become the true, permanent Eon of Elation.
Oh shoot, that's crazy. I forgot that. Aha changed the prize.
Precisely. Aha has raised the stakes. The final winner will inherit the authority of Elation itself.
Are you serious? This is so wild. It doesn't even feel real anymore.
Every time a path has vanished or been absorbed, the cosmic turmoil has lasted for dozens of Amber eras. The transfer of an Eon's divine authority. How could that ever amount to a mere wager, lightly traded in a single world's game?
Why would Aha do something like this?
The most logical explanation is that Aha wants to steer this game toward utter insanity.
I wonder, is it too late for people to join the game?
Who can possibly fathom the mind of an Eon?
Because if it's not too late for people to join, that's about to be really bad. Have the stakes ever been raised like this before?
Not every Phantasmoon game's ending has been recorded. Many were lost to time, most likely a consequence of the winners exercising their newfound divine authority. But as far as recorded history goes, this is unprecedented. After all, the chance to be an Eon for just 1 minute is already an irresistible lure for many.
Something about this feel off?
Exactly. It's just too weird. Can you really just give up being an Eon? What if this is just a big prank by those masked fools?
In the historical records, instances of the Phantasmoon speaking are few and far between, and the likelihood of it being influenced by an external force is exceedingly slim.
What's the point of all this?
Basically, unless what the Phantasmoon said is some cruel joke or a play on words, once the games are over, a new god will be born. One of unknown identity, unknown morality, and unknown purpose. They won't be a guest with a 1-minute pass to the Elation theme park. they will be its new owner. They may spread good fortune and steer the great wheel of the cosmos toward hope. Or they may be a god of utter malice, mocking all who stand against the destruction, intent on dragging the universe into an abyss of despair.
Maybe there's a silver lining. The universe is headed for turmoil. Aha, must have overheard my wish.
You wished that if you won the Phantasmoon Moon Games, Aha would become the new leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance. Perhaps Aha heard your idea and decided to pack up and flee in the middle of the night.
That's funny.
No way! It's Baseball, Raccoon, March Bunny, and Hime Cat in the flesh! Oh, what are they doing here?
I couldn't even get a ticket to Star Rail Fest, and now I'm seeing them right here on the street!
Whoa. Where did all these people come from?
Hey, that declaration the Phantasmoon mentioned was about you, right? What are you gonna do? Got any kind of moon landing plans in the works?
You should just hit it with your bat! Send that thing spinning into a black hole at the edge of the cosmos!
It's a bat, not a golf club.
You smash anyone who stands in your way with that bat!
The way they say it makes you sound like a supervillain. Uh-oh. You don't think that fight with the Daybreak Squadron made everyone turn on us, do you?
Come on, isn't that basically your trademark? You beat the Daybreak Warriors senseless.
Oh! All these big shots from across the cosmos, fighting to the death right in our backyard. It's gonna be epic!
Epic? Are you brain dead? One wrong move from them and we're in serious trouble. Just like what happened with the Herald of Death years ago.
This is literally Albert's voice actor.
Sign this for me, future Eon!
Yo! When you become an Eon, can I be your Emanator?
That's funny.
We should get away from this mess. Let's head back to the Express and discuss matters there.
You're back. Himiko messaged me. She filled me in on the Star Rail Fest and the Phantasmoon's declaration. Things really are changing fast.
Now, winning the game is more important than ever.
To prevent the divine authority from falling into the wrong hands, the supplicants may go to any lengths now with their tactics and actions.
Oh yeah, true.
After all, in most people's minds, they alone are the ones best suited to wield power. Right or wrong has little to do with it. Such is the nature of human will.
Yeah, and that may be exactly what the Phantasmoon wishes to see. A spectacular, head-on battle of ambitions.
Madame Pearl has sent a communication request to the Astral Express. Accept transmission?
It hasn't been long since we parted, and here I am disturbing you once more. My sincerest apologies.
Please, there's no need to apologize. Given the urgency of this transmission, Madame Pearl, I assume you wish to discuss the Phantasmoon's recent declaration.
Nothing manipulates people's emotions quite like that moon in the sky. A permanent handover of divine authority. It is unprecedented.
I can't help but wonder whether some malicious presence lurks behind the Phantasmoon. Still, who else but the Elation themselves could wield such control over it?
In any case, the Phantasmoon's speech has made the public realize that the power to create a god is in their hands. Their emotions, and perhaps even their wish power, are swelling to historic levels. The Department of Aberration Defense even detected a surge of agitation and unrest among the Imaginary. When normal people believe power rests in their hands, their decisions tend to grow more radical and reckless. Please, be careful, and make sure to protect yourselves.
We need protection?
It isn't required, but I advise you to limit your appearances in public spaces. The Media and Public Relations Department has been monitoring public sentiment. At present, speculation and criticism regarding the Astral Express are surging.
I've seen it online myself. Following the fight with the Daybreak Warriors, there's been no shortage of hostile commentary aimed at him. A commentary program on TV has been claiming the Express's adventures are nothing but stories fabricated by the IPC. Many believe the Astral Express is oppressing the local heroes, and some even are speculating that he is the new Herald of Death.
What the? What's wrong with these people?
These narratives are undoubtedly being amplified by media platforms steered by Full Wish. I've received a report from the Security Bureau. They tell me that many fans of the Daybreak Squadron have been stirred up and are threatening retaliation against the Express. I'll reinforce security in case agitators attempt to storm the station.
You can control public opinion, can't you? Why don't we disclose what really happened in the fight?
Regrettably, I cannot agree to this. Clarifying the facts amid a frenzy of public sentiment is like trying to quell boiling water by stirring it. It only fuels the flames. The happiness surgery causes recipients to undergo an abundance transformation. Disclosing such sensational information would probably be taken as a hoax or trigger public panic. I will instruct the Department of Aberration Defense to verify the true mechanism behind the happiness surgery as soon as possible and assess its potential impact. I strongly advise you to exercise restraint in front of the media. Even the smallest statement can be selectively edited and misrepresented.
You can control public opinion, can't you?
I can. But you overestimate what control really means. In the arena of public opinion, those who look strong are often the ones at a disadvantage. And besides,
you'll be distancing yourself from us for a while. Isn't that right?
That is accurate. We intend to scale back our public association for the time being. If it's confirmed that the Express is colluding with the IPC, its public image would only deteriorate further.
This is all Full Wish is doing?
That much is certain. Still, given the current volatility of public sentiment, please exercise caution and self-control. I sincerely hope that the Phantom Moon's declaration will not disrupt the goodwill between us. A greater danger still stands before us. After listening to the declaration, who knows what extremes Full Wish might be driven to. Affairs demand my attention, so I must excuse myself. Should there be further developments, I will keep you apprised.
What do you make of the current situation?
We need to take action and put a stop to Full Wish before things get even worse. Even if I'd never joined the Phantom Moon Games, I'd still make this decision.
For everyone she's fooled, for Scott, for Cinderbar. Excuse me.
We cannot allow her to deceive and poison innocent people in the name of happiness.
Agreed. Given the likelihood of Full Wish acting unpredictably, we should confront her with everything we have. That reminds me, I've been wondering, the happiness surgery taps into the power of abundance. yet Full Wish seems perfectly normal. Just how did she get her hands on something so dangerous?
Perhaps it's the lingering poison left behind by the previous Herald of Death.
Lingering poison?
15 years ago, the monster who turned living flesh into his artwork would, in the heat of combat, slip into bouts of frenzied elation and delirium. The murderous mark he left behind, the bloody bloom, was no mere delusion. According to his interrogation transcripts, he claimed to witness a brilliant golden tree promising him everlasting life.
The Ambrosial Arbor?
I cannot say whether the vision this madman claimed to see corresponds to something real, but the possibility cannot be ruled out. He claimed that in his hallucinations, the golden tree's branches coiled around him, drowning him in frenzy and pleasure. He wanted its blossoms to bloom before all, and to bring about that miracle, he was willing to slaughter without restraint. In hindsight, it's clear that the Herald of Death was a supplicant who bore the power of abundance. The tragedy he orchestrated in Plain Arcadia ultimately forged another version of himself. Full Wish. Right now, in Plain Arcadia, how many have undergone the happiness surgery and turned into potential abominations of abundance? It's a terrifying thought. Full Wish. What has happened to you over the years? Hiding behind these innocent people. What are you really trying to accomplish? I need more information about this junior of mine. I plan to head to Graphia Academy. Care to join me?
Why the Academy?
If we're to investigate Full Wish, we need to examine the traces left behind from the Herald of Death incident that took place during the last Phantom Moon Games. The recollections of teachers and the student records sealed away by the school. We're bound to find a vital clue there.
Let's find out everything about Full Wish.
If you're set, let's get moving.
Well, after that so-called dream campus experience, we've ended up back at Graphia Academy. It's almost like revisiting the place after graduation.
Let's see. I suppose you could call this your alma mater now.
Wait a minute. This nostalgia isn't an after effect of the Sparksy virus, right?
Don't worry, March. The Department of Aberration Defense conducted a comprehensive disinfection of the campus.
That's a relief. The last thing I need is to be mid-investigation and suddenly morph into some hopping, dancing mushroom rabbit. Speaking of which, where should we begin our investigation into Full Wish?
Maybe we should start with the teachers who are familiar with the situation. We could check the archives. How about talking to the dean first?
Should we go and find Mr. Ryusuke first?
It's only appropriate that we obtain permission from the dean before proceeding with the investigation. 15 years have passed, but there should be a backup of the student files, work logs, or visitor records, and only he knows where they're stored. Let's go then, to the dean's office.
Say yes.
All right.
I heard from the math teacher that the gym teacher did this again.
All right. To what do I owe the honor?
There you are at last.
The news said you got into a huge fight with those, what are they called? The warriors at the Floating Isle exhibition. And then you disappeared. Now, let me see. You're not hurt anywhere, are you? I sent you a dozen messages, and you didn't reply to a single one. Do you have any idea how worried I was? But seeing that you've come to tell me you're safe in person, I'll let this slide. If you're really so preoccupied, a message or a call would do, you know. Ah, it's you two. I saw you on the news as well. Valiantly fought, huh? These Megatron warriors don't know who they're messing with. Do you think they dare challenge my daughter's subordinates?
Well, now it feels like we're the underlings of Warlord Himeko or something.
In any case, I'll leave Himeko in your hands. Please try to keep her out of combat.
Crazy. Don't worry, I'm a great bodyguard.
Stop. Every time you and he get together, the conversation somehow drifts completely off course. I'm fine. I'm good. Your daughter's no porcelain doll. We came here to...
I know. I understand. You didn't come as my daughter. Rather, I am currently speaking to the navigator of the Astral Express. But tell me, has there been progress on the new Herald of Death case? I wasn't expecting the questioning to come in rounds.
In rounds?
The Department of Aberration Defense also sent someone here before you. They inquired about Fullwish.
Mm-hmm.
But regrettably, I truly don't know how to answer. On one hand, I wasn't here 15 years ago. On the other, she is still considered one of our school's distinguished alumni. I'm aware that you're involved in the investigation too. So, I compiled the pertinent documents ahead of time. I hope they'll be of use to you.
Thank you, Mr. Ryusuke.
Go ahead. The files are inside the archive room. Take whatever materials you need.
Oh, right about Fullwish. 15 years ago, you...
To be honest, it wasn't until the Herald of Death incident 15 years ago that I first learned her name.
Wow.
As the Dean, I should have met up with her more often and tried harder to soothe the wounds it left on her. But I just couldn't.
Why?
Do you really need all the details? The whole serving as a model example thing. I don't want to tarnish it completely. I knew it was a selfish thought. But I just couldn't help it. Back then, whenever I heard her name, I thought to myself, if someone was able to survive the incident, then why couldn't it have been my daughter?
Oh, wow. 15 years ago, you...
15 years ago, I received a commission to paint a massive portrait for an elixir seeker chief on the planet of Goliath Shepherd.
I think they should have changed the music for this part.
An elixir that could cure countless diseases. By the time I came back, everything had changed. There had been a terrible accident on campus. And my daughter... Even though I knew my presence here wouldn't have changed anything. Because of that incident, I made a promise to never leave this world again during the Phantom Moon Games. That's why I immediately flew here when I heard about the full Phantom Moon. But once again, I was too late. And the supplicant called Sparksy had turned the campus upside down.
It's all right. You can leave the crisis solving to the Nameless.
You're right about that. Yet oddly, once Sparksy stirred up all that chaos, applications to the school soared to an all-time high. Times we live in are increasingly beyond my comprehension.
We won't take up any more of your time then.
You're always welcome. Other than the archive room, You could also try talking to Miss Dolly. She's the longest serving faculty member here and likely knows the most.
Then we'll try the archive room. Let's go, you two. Thank you, Dad.
We should be able to find the archive room and Miss Dolly around
Speak with students
in the
in the corridor.
Genesis classroom, right?
Oh, there she is. Yeah. Well, I guess that works. All right. Let me see. So, I think we're gonna do a change of plans. I think I'm gonna stop right here, and I'm gonna try to stream earlier tomorrow.
Quite amusing.
Because like I said, it's 7 o'clock. What's about to be 7 o'clock, and I actually have to do some stuff around the house tonight. We ended up talking a little bit more about some of the other things than I originally anticipated, but plus I think just starting earlier in the day would be good for everybody. So that'll be the plan, and yeah, I think we'll start early tomorrow from this point in the story, and so we'll do that instead. But as always, thank you all so much for coming through. Like I said, I'd say probably 15 hours from now.
Intertwining of fate.
So probably like around
Quite amusing.
10, 11-ish. That should be the plan. But yeah, like I said, thank you all so much for coming through. I will see you all tomorrow morning. For Eastern Standard Time anyway. All right. Peace. And thank you all for understanding. Like I said, I know it's a little bit abrupt, but I was just kind of thinking about looking at the time and everything. I was like, yeah, probably might need to start this one a little bit later because they have a tendency to make their stories long anyway. So,
Itself is also
all right.
a kind of
Let me